Hi there, it's Olga. Welcome back to my 25 Days of Christmas tutorial series. Today it's the time for the project number 18. This is going to be a woodland themed cute RUDOLPH card, and I will also be showing you a few interesting little tricks and techniques that you can do with your dies. So let's get started, and I'll take you through an entire process step by step. I have pre-cut a panel out of white cardstock that is 4 1/4 by 5.5 inches. I'll be using the dies called PINECONE branch collage and WHITTLE frames. Then I will also be using the stamp set that has a matching die for the word Merry. It's called Merry Everything. All the products are by Poppystamps. Now I am arranging all three elements on top of my card front. Once I'm happy with the arrangement, I can take away the branch die, and I'm taping down the remaining two. Then I will send the panel through the die cut machine, and I'll have both elements die cut at one go. You probably remember that the frame I'm going to place on top is overlapping one of the pine cones, but I don't want to cut off the part of the pine cone. Instead, I want the pine cone to go on top of the frame, so this is what I'm going to do. I'm using a craft knife and a cutting mat, and I'm simply going around the outline of the pine cone, just at the bottom part of it. This way I'll be able to raise the end of the pine cone on top of the surface of the card. So I'm tucking my frame die behind the pine cone, tipping it down, and then I'm going to send it through the die cutting machine like that. As always, the tools and supplies I'm using will be listed on my blog as well as in the description below the video. Next, I'm going to place the entire panel inside this embossing folder that is called Tiny Dots, and then I'm sending it through the machine again to emboss. That is going to create a lovely subtle texture that resembles the snow. Next, I'm going to back up this negative pine image with a piece of brown cardstock. I'm positioning my piece of cardstock behind the image, and then I'm using my pencil to trace the outline of the pine cone and a part of the frame. Then I'll be using my scissors to cut along this traced outline. I will be applying some liquid glue at the wrong side of the panel, and then I'm sticking the panel on top of the brown background, like that. Then I'm applying some liquid adhesive onto the branch, and I'm going to inlay this branch image that I've die cut out of green cardstock. This is how I added some color to this image. The next step is attaching the frame. I've die cut it out of dark brown cardstock, and I'm positioning it right behind the pine cone, and then I'm going to stick it down at the wrong side using some pieces of washi tape. This way the panel turns out to be a one-layer panel, but still one image is overlapping another. I also want to inlay the sentiment into the embossed panel, so to create it, I'm going to stamp it first with Versamark ink on top of the scrap piece of red cardstock, and then I'm white embossing it. Once the powder is heat set, I'll be using the matching die to cut it out. It's the same die I used to make the opening in the panel. To inlay it, I'm flipping over the panel as well as the sentiment, and again I'm using washi tape to attach the sentiment to the panel at the wrong side. Next, I'm going to apply some mounting tape all over the back side of the panel. I'm peeling off the liner and attaching the panel onto the card front. The only thing that is missing now is the focal image. To create it, I'll be using this die by Poppystamps that is called WHITTLE RUDOLPH. I used 2 shades of brown cardstock to die cut it, and now I'm simply attaching the head on top of the body. To add a little bit more interest to this image, I'm going to do some tone-on-tone coloring. So first I'm using the dark brown marker. This one happened to be Gathered Twigs Distress marker, and I'm coloring the antlers. Then I'm going to switch to colored pencils, and I'm going to use a couple shades of brown to color his ears and the top of his head, and I will also apply some white onto his body. You can of course use absolutely any coloring media that you prefer. Once I'm finished coloring, I'm going to attach this Rudolph image with the foam squares inside the frame. You can totally leave this card as is, but I have decided to take it one step further and add some artificial snow. I'm using the gritty white paste that is called Snow-Tex, and it's great for creating that snow effect. I'm applying some on top of the branches, onto the frame, as well as onto the sentiment. I'm using both the spatula and the poke tool for precision placement. As a finishing touch, I've decided to add some little birds here and there, and I'm using the ones by Memory Box. I'm attaching them all with the hot glue. One will be sitting by the Rudolph, one will go on top of the branch, and the last one is going to sit on top of the frame. I'm using a small half pearl for the nose. The one that I used before was a bit too large. And that finishes my project for today. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Don't forget to check out the previous tutorials of the series. And thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate that. Have a beautiful day, and I'll be seeing you soon for the project number 19.